of the night. What music they make. Learn well the old tales, for they bear the stuff of truth. Look to the ones who shun the day. Avoid those with the burning eyes and the thirst that will not be slaked. Flee from those who run with the creatures of the forests, and fly with the beasts of the air. Know them for what they are, the walkers through eternity, the Nosferatu, the undead, the vampires.
The Sussex Vampire by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatized for radio by Bert Coules, with Clive Medicine as Sherlock Holmes and Michael Williams as Dr. John Watson, and featuring Michael Troughton as Robert Ferguson and Alexandra Bastido as Elisabetta Ferguson. The Sussex Vampire.
Holmes, listen to this. Sir, one of our clients has made inquiries of us concerning vampires.
Vampires?
Vampires.
Good Lord. May I see?
No, wait. Best's yet to come. As our firm specializes entirely in the assessment of machinery...
What?
The matter hardly comes within our purview. And we've therefore recommended the gentleman to lay the matter before you.
Who are these people?
Messrs. Morrison and Dodd.
Whoa there! There it is, your new home, my dear. What do you think?
It is so big.
Well, I'm an important man in the village. Have to have a house that suits. Now, come on, what do you really think?
I hope it has lots of fireplaces.
Dozens.
Then I love it.
Go on then, get up there.
Vampires. Why on earth did these people recommend you?
I solved a little problem for them once, the Matilda Briggs case.
I've never heard of it.
I never mentioned it.
Why not?
Well, I don't like raising your hopes for nothing. There's no story to be wrung from that one, Doctor, even by a man of your romantic imaginings.
I think you should let me be the judge of that. Who was this Matilda Briggs?
No one.
What?
She was a ship.
A maritime story. That's always a good
You
setting.
see, you're already writing it.
Don't exaggerate. What was so special about this ship?
It was associated with the giant rat of Sumatra.
My God, Holmes. And you say there's no story in it?
If there is...
The giant rat of Sumatra. Well, of course there is.
It's a story that can't be told, not yet.
Oh, Holmes.
The world is not yet prepared.
What's that supposed to mean?
Welcome home, Mr. Ferguson.
Thank you, Mrs. Mason. Oh, it's good to be back. Winter wind and all.
Oh, I wish it could have been better weather for you, Ma'am.
Thank you.
Mrs. Mason, my dear.
Mrs. Mason, you are the housekeeper, yes?
A bit of everything, that's me. Housekeeper, nurse.
Nurse?
Daddy! Daddy!
Jackie! Oh.
I missed you so much!
Oh, well, I missed you too, old chap.
I don't want you ever to go away again.
Well, we'll have to see what can be done about that, won't we?
I've got so much to tell you. I've been saving it all up. And you should see the fish I've caught. It's the biggest one ever.
Hello, Jack.
Jackie, where are your manners?
Hello.
Your father has told me a great deal about you. He said you were a fine gentleman. I see he was right. Would you help me down, please?
It's my fault. He's waiting to be properly introduced, aren't you, old chap? Elizabetta, it's my pleasure to introduce my son and heir, Jonathan Robert. Jack, make your bow to Elizabetta Morgana Ferguson, your new mother.
Now, assuming that that was the only contact you ever had with this firm, and on the strength of it, they immediately thought of you to handle this vampire inquiry, then the Matilda Briggs case must have been, well, strange at the very least. Surely you could tell.
What do we know about vampires? Do they come within our purview?
We've had our share of brushes with the supernatural.
Every single one of which has turned out to be decidedly down to earth.
Which doesn't mean that the whole subject can just be explained away.
Vampires. We've sunk to the level of a Grimm's fairy tale.
Ah, here we are.
Peru.
Yes, and there, you see?
Show me.
There, by the foot of the mountains. That is the village where I was born.
Corapuna.
Coropunya.
Corapuna.
Very good.
What's it like?
In some ways, it is like your village here. A long way from anywhere. Everybody knows everybody else. It was hard to have secrets while I was growing up.
Did you manage it?
Oh, yes.
I know all about Peru.
You do?
Ever since I knew Daddy was going there, I've been finding out things about it. I always find out about the places he goes. Then I can imagine I'm there with him.
He brought back a lot of things for you. Wonderful things. Some of them are very old.
What sort of things?
Oh, masks and musical instruments and weapons and all sorts of things.
He always does that, whenever he goes away. I wish I could go with him.
One day you will take over your father's business. Then you can travel all over the world like he does.
And I'll take him with me. We'll explore together.
Yes, of course you shall. I am glad you are interested in my country. I could tell you some of our legends. You would like that, wouldn't you?
Are they scary?
Some of them.
I don't like scary stories.
Walking corpses? Stakes for the heart? Rubbish, Watson. Rubbish. It's pure lunacy.
Ah, but the vampire wasn't necessarily dead.
Oh, I didn't know I was in the presence of an expert. Your medical experience must be much more wide-ranging than I realized.
You're not the only one who's well-read. In some countries it's said that the old drink the blood of their children to keep them young. And that's not all.
Legends.
Perhaps not.
Then give me evidence. Give me facts.
I can't do that. I've seen things in the Far East I couldn't explain by any natural laws, haven't you? What about when you were in Tibet,
The world is big enough for us. No ghosts need apply.
What shall we do while we are waiting for your father? Shall I tell you some more about Peru?
No, thank you.
Very well. I know. I will tell your fortune. How would that be?
Can you really do that? Like a gypsy?
Yes, I can.
Are you a gypsy?
No, I am not a gypsy. Now, hold out your hand.
Like this?
No, the other way up. That's it. Now you must make a fist, close your eyes, then open your hand out flat. Go on.
All right.
Good.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yes, of course. Now, Jack, whatever is the matter?
Your hand's so cold. Like ice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I will warm it up. There, that ought to be better. Shall we try again?
All right.
Hold out your hand then. Better?
Yes.
Good. Now. Oh,
What can you see?
I can see when you were a little boy.
How?
In my mind, you were a fine boy, very strong.
Yes.
I see horses. You loved horses, one especially.
Lightning.
Lightning. I see you riding, galloping faster and faster. Oh!
My accident.
Yes. So much blood.
I suppose Daddy told you.
Told her what? Well, old chap, told her what?
Elizabeth has been doing tricks.
Ah, what sort of tricks?
Nothing, a game, that's all.
Well, I'm glad to see you two getting along. I'm sorry I couldn't join you. There was a mountain of work to deal with.
Of course.
Right, time you're in bed, old chap.
No.
Now, come on. Don't make a scene in front of Elizabetta. Do as you're told.
Of course. Good night, Elizabetta.
Jack, why didn't you call me Mama?
Because that's not who you are.
No, I suppose not. Good night, Jack. Sleep well.
Good night. Good night, Daddy. I'm so glad you're home.
So am I, Jackie. So am I. Now, come on. Enough of that. Off you go now.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Happy dreams.
Thank you. Elizabetta,
Yes, Jack?
you didn't tell me my future. Good night.
What do you think of him?
I hardly know him yet.
Oh, come on.
Will his leg ever get better?
Oh, we've had the best doctors from London. There may be some improvement, but he'll always have a limp.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he doesn't let it dampen his spirits. Ah, what was all that about tricks and futures?
I was reading his hand, telling his fortune.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, there are many things you don't know about me, Robert Ferguson. Many secrets.
The girl bent over me, fairly gloating. As she arched her neck, she licked her lips like an animal, till I could see the moisture shining on the scarlet lips and on the red tongue as it lapped the white teeth. Lower and lower went her head as her mouth seemed about to fasten on my throat. I could feel two hard, sharp dents. Ah, what do you think? I think I'll never again accuse you of penning lurid romanticism. What is that?
It was published a couple of months ago.
Dracula. Bram Stoker.
Irving's manager?
Yes. They say that Sir Henry was the model for the central character.
And who was the inspiration for the young lady, pray?
Apparently Stoker did a good deal of research into the old legends and folk stories. I thought it might be useful.
Let's wait until we have the facts of the case, shall we, Doctor?
You're the one who's always saying that a detective needs imagination.
Imagination's one thing. Mental instability is quite another. Vampires. I'm afraid we can't take him very seriously, Mr. Robert Ferguson.
Robert Ferguson.
Is there something wrong with my diction?
Does it say anything else about him?
Of Lamberley village in Sussex.
Good Lord. Big Bob Ferguson. I know him, Holmes.
Watson, I'm not in the least surprised.
No.
What's the matter?
My neck. Ticklish. No, stop it.
It's a very nice neck. So smooth.
Someone might have come in.
Would it have mattered?
Of course it would.
Give me your hand.
Why? What are you going to do with that?
I'm going to tell your fortune.
Well, like a gypsy.
That's what Jack said. Make a fist. Close your eyes. Then open your hand again.
Whatever you say, Ma'am. There.
Good.